Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Welcome our Transformation Healing Podcast. I'm your host, Riya Wang. I'm a founder of Zenquency Art of Healing. I'm a certified Chalpas life coach, transformation healing mentor. In the past few years, I have been travel worldwide to learn and to share discovering the healing, how healing can transform our lives. I host this interview show that my guests invited my guests from all over the world. They are here to share their inspiration stories. Their story will be inspire and encourage others, may help you overcome with your challenge and empower with your life. Today, I'm so excited to invite my guest, Val. Val has spent her entire life searching for her true self and her purpose. Her adventurous spirit is a desire to grow and become best version of herself. Val is the founder of Light Between. I like that name. Her passion is about learning and sharing her wisdom of the yoga, Ayurveda, and share the meditation to help others living the healthy, happy, harmony life. So welcome here, my podcast, Val. Say hi to everybody, and maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit better than what I just said.
Thank you, Riya. You did a fantastic introduction. Thank you for that. Yes, my name is Val. I'm the founder of The Light Between. Why The Light Between? We can chat a little later, but the light between is like the light between the thoughts, the light between us that lead us. So many years ago, actually 2012, I came up with this idea to find a light between in my path of seeking who I am and what's my purpose in life. So I am the founder of The Light Between. I'm also Chopra certified primordial sound meditation teacher, as well as Ayurvedic lifestyle teacher. I'm a yoga teacher as well. I'm a Reiki master, and all those labels, all those labels that mean that I have all those labels are cornerstones about in my path, things that I have achieved one after another, with the only goal to find who I am. So I have found myself to be a work in progress, like we all are. And I'm continuing to evolve. And yes, my purpose is to share everything that I know and everything that I experience with others, so we can create a better life, not only for me, but for the whole world.
That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Val. So as we are all the Chopras life coach, we are all teaching Ayurvedic lifestyle. So would you like to share a little bit, just maybe use the little sample to share a little bit about how you become Ayurvedic, the teacher, and what is the difference between Ayurvedic and also between, I know as what I learned, what the Ayurvedic lifestyle include meditation, include all of the what does that say, the nutrition. I have moments for stuck in my
We
head.
all
I
do.
was
That's
thinking
okay.
about. So tell a little bit, use a little bit of the sample words to tell some our audience what is Ayurvedic lifestyle.
Thank you for this question, and I'm glad that you start with that, because the simple answer, Ayurvedic lifestyle is life connected to nature. And I'll go back to my grandmother, who is my mom's mom. So I spent endless summers with grandma, and grandma, she lived Ayurvedic style without knowing that this is called Ayurvedic style. She wasn't a yoga teacher. She didn't know Sanskrit, but she lived life connected to nature. She grew everything that they ate. Everything that was on the table was outside in the garden. The chickens and all that. She walked bare feet. She lived life connected with nature. She woke up with the sun. She went to bed to the sun. So I grew up around that. So as I was growing up and I was, getting into the modern life of, easy things to eat, easy things to do more, do. There was a point of my life that I said, wait a minute, I am forgetting who I am. And as a seeker, of course, I always learn new things to learn. And I don't remember that the first time that I heard about Ayurveda was in my yoga teacher training. And again, things always one lead to another. So in my yoga teacher training, we learned a little bit about Ayurveda, what our body types are. And I said, wait a minute, I know that. I've lived that. I've seen that. So of course, as a person who likes learning, because I do, I went deeper and deeper, and this is how I ended up with the Chopra Center. It used to be Chopra Center, now it's Chopra Global. So Ayurvedic lifestyle is a life connected with nature, is honoring nature, not as something that it's separate from us, but we being part of nature. I think the biggest mistake of our modern society, one of the biggest mistakes, is that we live life separated from nature. We live life separated from each other. What Ayurveda teaches us, that we are part of nature, we are one with nature, and we are all connected. You and I share the air, although we are thousands of miles right now, distance, physical difference, distance, but we share life. So Ayurvedic lifestyle is bringing, there is a saying that goes, brings the memory of wholeness. Because when we were born with this knowing of being open to the infinite possibilities, and then we start getting constricted. You have a name, you have a family, and all of a sudden you end up in Chicago that you're eating frozen food, and that's not life with nature. So to simple, again, the simple answer, Ayurvedic style is a very simple life connected with nature and honoring nature and honoring yourself, because honoring your body and mind is like sending gratitude to the universe for manifesting you.
Thank you. I think that is Ayurvedic style. I think changing my life also is like we talk about the Vita, Pitta, Kapha. Some of our audience may be not familiar with that, but that is also is from Ayurvedic culture. That is we all each us in the world, in the universe, everything is around the elements, right? So I learned that when I was Peter, I kindly speak always so fast. When I understanding that, so I try to slow down my speak. That helped me to really manifest the many way in my life. Then people will be hear more clear what I say. Even I speak, I know I have a very strong accent. But that I think helped me calm down my anxiety with when I speak so fast. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelming, but when I speak slow, I understand that help me many ways to balance my life.
Exactly, and you're right on point. Ayurvedic lifestyle, like any spirituality, is first starts with awareness. First of knowing, become aware. Like if you notice, I speak with my hands. I'm Vata. I have too much air and too much space, so I really need to feel grounded. And slowing my speech or feeling grounded, or having thoughts or having music help me ground myself. Again, everything begins with awareness in knowing who we are. So when I started learning Ayurvedic lifestyle, the first was a way of finding out more about who I am. And now, after I know, I'm still work in progress, but I know that I probably lived my whole life with that too much area and too much space in my head. And I'm glad that I finally realized that. And I actually just got out of a 30-day. Uh, it's what was a program that I ate certain, was sort of a cleanse program, which involved eating or not eating certain foods, doing some meditation, just more creating more balance and creating and cleansing my body and mind. And I am here to tell everybody who doesn't believe that I'm the proof. And when you feel it in your body, when you feel lighter in your body, in your mind, you know that it's true. And again, Ayurveda, it's not a set of rules, it's a lifestyle. It's a very easy, and once we are aware of how that life affects us, we cannot go back to living any other life, right?
Absolutely. We said when you start your spiritual journey, you will be never go back, right? It's the same way. I love what you just said. It's the whole become the nature become our wholeness. It's body, mind, soul, the wholeness. What we connect. When we connect that, so we have more harmony in our life, right? That so from all this you sharing, I think that is the wonderful way. I wanted to ask you another question is because we all go through the challenging in our life. I bet I think I talked to you before. This is the stories you share. So the first story is where you come from. So how do you end up in Chicago? And also, what is the big challenge that you overcome then become who you are today?
That is interesting question. I can. Do you have another 3.5 hours? Just kidding. So,
Yes, well, I'm here.
yeah, I'm not gonna give my whole story, but it's interesting because as a, we are all citizens of the universe. That's how it is. Like you came from another place. I was born and raised in Bulgaria, and as of yesterday, actually, I came February 28th, 32 years ago. I came to this country. So I was born and raised in Bulgaria. I lived there for many years before I came here, and I believe that me coming here was for the purpose of again finding who I am and knowing who I am and expanding more on that I knew that I need to do. So, like everybody who comes to a new country and to a new culture, there were challenges throughout that time. But I always have that focus that I know that I need to go through that. I raised my daughter as a single parent, which brought different other challenges, which I knew that I'm up to the speed, or you know looking back, it wasn't easy. So coming back through this country was a way for me to learning who I am. And the biggest challenge, the biggest thing that I probably my biggest achievement in life, if there is such a, if you can measure it, is the fact that I was able to transcend the constrictions and the conditioning that I was brought up into. I have a wonderful parents, loving parents. They lived a life that is constricted. It was a life based on fear. So through going through those, and I do believe that this was my path, because with every challenge that I came across, I found the strength in myself to face it, and then the strength of myself to conquer that fear, or to transcend that fear, because I knew who I am. So when it comes to healing into transformation, again, we can't transform and we cannot heal if we're not aware of who we are. So for me, the biggest thing was becoming aware of who I am. And if you think of it, there is a meditations that you think of yourself, your name, and you start peeling the labels, taking away the labels or the layers of your conditioning, and then you come down to who you are. And this is what my path here. I've had help by by all the practices that I do, and by the wonderful people that came my way, was that I was able to transcend all the conditions that I was told. You can't do this because you're this. You can't do this. You're not good enough. So I was able to come to knowing who I am and be grounded in who I am. I'm not perfect. I haven't done everything right, correct all the time, but I'm able to, I know who I am. And again, as being a work in progress, I always improve it. But becoming aware, knowing who we are is the beginning of transformation, of healing. Also, I'm gonna just briefly mention there was a childhood trauma that I was buried in my memories for many years, and my parents went to the graves without even knowing. That also pop up at certain point. I'm a grown-up life, and I thought that I dealt with it, but I apparently didn't. So emotional healing also happens when we know who we are and when we are grounded in knowing who we are.
That is beautiful. So knowing who we are, be aware that to help us to process. So then we can understanding what is around us. Then we can help or overcome with our fear. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Like imagine yourself sitting, taking your clothes and being in front of the mirror, but not a physical mirror, the mirror of your soul, even in a physical mirror, just taking your clothes, putting your glasses, because at my age, universe make your eyes see less when your wrinkles appear. But just looking at yourself and saying, this is who I am, again in the mirror of your soul. And I love myself. I love myself with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have transcended my ego, which is not always easy. So I'm very honest. So but we know ourselves when we are honest with yourselves. Also, we know ourselves when we are present in the moment, because most of us, all of us, live life recycling memories. But if you live in the present moment, what happened yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. It doesn't define you. What happened to me when I was 7 years old, it didn't define me. So it's a process. Again, it is a process of knowing who you are, being honest of who you are, and being present in the moment, and always give yourself a nice hug and love yourself, because if I don't love myself, I cannot love you or the world. So everything starts with the self.
So that is, we are look more inside to find who we are, who's we true are. So I like what you said, the mirror of our soul. That is really profound. Just like last week when I was coaching one of my clients, we talk about self judgments. And when you judge other people, when you judge yourself, sometimes you can see the mirror. How do they mirror together? Judging other people or judge yourself, it's one thing. It's come from same line. So where is the consciousness in there behind us? How we grew up? When we grew up, the beginning, we didn't judge anything, right? But
Exactly.
as we grew up more and more, then we start judge things. But where's the judge come from the first time?
Yes, and I think this is absolutely true. As they say, we see the world the way we are, and when we change the way we see the world changes. In other words, if I most of the people, when people judge somebody, oh, this person is wrong or this person is right, that's first of all, that's the ego speaking, and most of the time is reflection of their own what they are. So the world is a reflection of who we are. And when I work with clients, the first thing that I tell them is exactly that: look within you, love yourself, change the way you see yourself, change this internal dialogue that you're calling yourself. I used to, as a perfectionist, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, how did you do that? Don't do that. Give yourself, allow yourself to be imperfect, allow others to be imperfect, and accept them, because this is the only way that we can grow, if we're gentle and loving and accepting to ourselves and to others.
loving, gentle, have compassion to ourselves, that we will be have that same way to see another people, right? That
Exactly.
come out with another word is acceptance.
Yeah, we all. I had a guided meditation the other day on Instagram due to the what's happening in the world now, and we forget that we all have the same desires. We all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. We all want the same. We all want to live in peace and harmony, but we forget that because the ego comes and tells me I'm better than you're taller than me, I'm richer than you, and then everything, and we forget that. That's why Ayurvedic lifestyle, meditation, all those spiritual practices brings the memory of wholeness, not only wholeness as a one person, but wholeness as a global consciousness, as a global community of sentient beings, not only humans but animals, and an environment, that what we call environment. So yeah, it's all about knowing who we are, loving ourselves. As Buddha says, if you see yourself in other, whom can you hurt? This is the meaning of namaste, is that the light in me greets and honors the light in you. You're not beneath me, you're not above me. We are all equal. I bow to you, like I see myself in you.
I see myself in you. So if everybody, we can see ourselves in others, so we will be have more acceptance, more compassion. There, I think the life will be have more peace, harmony.
Absolutely, and this is why I think people, anybody who's involved in spirituality, and spirituality for me is awareness. First of all, is that, but each of us who have gone through on that path, we have a social responsibility to show people, to share with people exactly that, not only for us, or not only for gain followers on Instagram, just to make the world a better place, to help people see themselves in others.
We know things going on around the world now, especially at this spatial time. They have a lot of fear, a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety. So I know you lead a lot of your students in a mindfulness and playful journey to see the intention with the open heart and the challenging the mind to expanding the body and the spirit brings the lightness of the being. So would you like to give some tips or maybe do a little bit of demo to see if this moment, then if someone in that fear, anxiety moment, what is the number one tips, the simple tip you can help to
Yeah,
release that?
the simple thing that we can do is sit in silence, which is a meditation. But people get put off of meditation because, oh, I have to do this. No, just sit in silence and close your eyes. And every time I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. Every time that I get in a situation where it's fire weather at work or somewhere else, I sit in silence. I close my eyes and I ask my heart who I am. I'm not that. I'm not that argument. I'm not that person. So if we have 3 minutes, I can lead a very simple awareness meditate. It's a simple practice. I'm not going to even call it a meditation, but if you let me do that, and this is how we're gonna start peeling the layers. Probably about 3-4 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, that's beautiful. That's what I wanted to ask you. So
Okay.
most of my guys come here to do this little bit practice of meditation, bring some calm.
Absolutely. uh, I think we got frozen, or I got frozen. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
So
Okay. This
yes,
was this was the universe. Give us a pause. Okay, beautiful. So When you're sitting, whatever you are sitting, I always like to say to tell people, find the center of your center. Just swing your sitting bones, gently close your eyes, and start following your breath. Breath is another thing that we take for granted, and when we bring our attention to our breath, it helps us center. Close your eyes, follow your breath coming in and out. And just notice your breath. Can you taste your breath? Can you see it? Can you taste it with your taste buds? Can you smell it? Does it have a color? Become aware of your breath as it comes in and out, gently touching your body from the soles of your feet, climbing up your calves and your thighs, gently massaging like a little fingers going all the way through the belly, up the spine, gently touching your face and the crown of your head. And just keep your awareness on your breath as it comes naturally in and out. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Imagine you're seeing your heart. Imagine you're seeing your beautiful heart of yours beaming in beating, bringing life to you. Keep your attention in your heart center and say to yourself, I am, followed by your first name, your last name, and the first adjective that you describe yourself. For example, I say, I am Val Markovska, I'm a mother. Say this 3 times. I am, first name, last name, your first adjective that you describe yourself. Beautiful. Now keep your attention on your heart center and silently in your mind repeat, say to yourself, I am, followed by your first and last name only. Beautiful. Now drop the last name and silently say to yourself, I am, followed only by your first name. Beautiful. Now we're going to peel the last layer, drop the first name, and just start saying silently to yourself, I am. I am. Look at your heart and see who you truly are. I am. I am. Continue repeating, I am. And you may see a color. You may have a sensation of warmth or anything that comes through your senses. I am. I am. Continue silently repeating in your mind, I am, as you follow your breath in and out. Continue in silence, repeating I am silently, and I'll let you know when to stop. am. I am. Please stop repeating. I am. Keep your eyes closed. Continue following your breath. Bring the palms of your hands together and rub your palms until they become nice and warm. Then cup your hands over your eyes without really touching your eyes, but notice the warmth of your own hands, gently washing over your eyes and your face. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Then bring the palms of your hands into your heart center and open your eyes and look at the world with a brand new eyes. I hope you enjoyed. This is a very simple practice that allows us to be grounded in knowing who we are, disconnecting from the ego, disconnecting from the labels. I have a funny story which I'm going to mention when it comes to the name. I grew up having two names. I had a one official name and one unofficial name. So I was never connected to my name because I had two. That's another story. So every time you feel in the chaos or in the so much noise, or find a place to just sit down, close your eyes, disconnect from whatever's happening around you, and repeat, I am who I am, no matter what I am, no matter what is happening to me. I know who I am and I love myself.
Thank you. I love that. I feel so much centered. As you said, yes, we have so many identity when we grew up. So I have so many names also because I'm Chinese. Then Chinese people come to the America sometimes, then change into American name. So because some pronunciation not easy to do, and we also it's not just names. Sometimes we give us ourselves so many different identified, but like I'm the woman, I'm the mother, or I can say I'm the single mother, or I'm the teacher, I'm the coach. So what is really true I am inside me, no matter all of that names coming, but what is the true I am. If I can feel be centered, be feel connect with my spirit. I think that love really is risen in the heart. So when you have that risen the love in the heart, you will feel everything is so beautiful. After that meditation, I even can see, I see you are more brighter.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, and keep in mind, all those labels are just roles we play in the theater of life, and it's a like life is a like a virtual reality. It's a game. When we go home, we become who we are. You go to work, you're a mother, you're don't identify with a label because I'm always going to be a mother, but I have a grown-up daughter, so I have to shrink my role. That's not my identity. That's I play that role somewhat well. So yeah, just keep in mind, come home to who you are, know who you are, love who you are, accept, laugh at who you are. Gotta always have somebody said the ability to laugh at yourself is the highest expression of intelligence. I don't know if this is true, but I like laughing at myself because, hey, life is just a game we play.
I love laughing myself too. Sometimes I feel that's silly, but it brings so much joy.
Of course, of
Our identity, you see, our identity we have, so nothing is really with us forever. So it's like we always have to evolving. Like we said, we are mother, we will be forever as mother. But the role is different. When we baby was small, when we baby grew up to adults. So then we have this separation with how to be the mother different than when the kids was baby, right?
exactly. And this is again, most people live recycling memory. So if I live that memory of being a mother, I will never be a good mother when my daughter is grown up, because she's not 5 anymore. She's not 10. She's in her 20s. So I gotta let go. I have to have a mother to my dog now. But that's another story. So yeah, always see yourself as work in progress. Don't recycle memories. You can some I think Deepak or somebody said, use your memory, but don't let memories use you. Just have your memories, enjoy the memories, but the only memories, be present in the moment. And
Yes. From other words, maybe we says, don't attach with any identity you have. Then
exactly,
you keep evolving, you keep changing. Then on one thing in the center of yourself, the spiritual being will be never changed.
exactly. This is when we know who we are, that light within us. That this is where the name of my company, that light between. When we know that we are that light never changes. That light's gonna be the same one of us, 1, 5, 50, 150. It's gonna be the same. My circumstances change. The color of my hair changes. The face and all that, but that's just the body. The last thing is, that you have a body, you have a mind, but don't identify yourself with your body and with your mind. Know that light, that it's within you, and this is who you truly are, and trust and love that light.
I love the name. You have the beautiful name, the lightness of the being, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Wo, to come here, share your stories and share your wisdom with all of us. So the last question before you go, so how people can find you? If they like to connect with you, they like to find some
Yes.
more work you do.
Yeah.
Tell us how do they can find you.
I am on Instagram and on Facebook. My Instagram handle is In the Light Between, because that other name was taken. So In the Light Between, I'm on Instagram. I do meditation and other stuff. I'm on Facebook. I have The Light Between Facebook handle. I also have a website, is thelightbetween.com. You can email me, Val at thelightbetween.com. But I'm very often, again, on Instagram, on Facebook, maybe Facebook not that much, but Instagram, absolutely. Also, I want to share with everybody, you're also going to be proud of that event that we are having on April 9th and April 10th, Infinite Potential. It's a 2-day online event. The link for the sign up is on my Instagram bio, again, in thelightbetween.com. 2 days of inspirational talk and practical, sharing practical tools of how we can create our better life by finding our purpose, because we all ask who we are and what's my purpose. So again, thelightbetween.com, in the light between on Instagram, and I hope we see each other soon. And I'm very grateful and happy that I was part of your beautiful podcast. I thank you for the invite, and thank you for sharing time and space with me.
Thank you, Well. Thank you for that. I was just wanted to say, share your events. I was excited. I'm exciting. I will be the part of the event to share all of the people there to share the main topic you say is um,
Find your purpose.
find
Find your
the
purpose.
purpose.
Create the best life for yourself, because we all ask, after we ask who am I, and then it's why I'm here. No, the two most important days of your life are the day when you were born and the day when you find out why. So uh, that's
Absolutely. I
yeah,
believe each of us come to this world have a purpose. When you
yeah,
alignment with your purpose, you will find more joy, fulfilling living with your life. Thank
absolutely.
you so much. So I will be see everyone if you are listening this audio, listening this podcast, and if you have the inspired story wanted to share with others, help give the tip to help other people, please come find contact with me. You know where to contact with me. You can find me on our Zenquency Art of Healing. Also, we will post a lot the comment below. We will post the information. Will be posted. You will be posted another your event link under this after today. So thank you so much. I will see you next Tuesday.